1 in 17 Canadian women will experience a sexual assault in her lifetime. Because of the trauma, it's believed only 6% will ever report it. But in this CTV special report, we show you that it isn't just women that are victims. Male victims are less likely to report sexual assaults because they fear they won't be believed. CTV's Rajiv Dheer has more on the silent victims.
Why? Why me?
It's a question he may never be able to answer.
But it was a violent experience. I was overwhelmed with fear.
He's letting us share his story as long as we protect his identity.
At first, I couldn't believe what was happening, so my body kind of froze.
At the age of 19, he was raped by a man he knew.
I didn't think a guy would ever do that to another guy.
He turned to drugs and alcohol instead of coming forward.
I was scared to reach out to people. I was scared that people were going to judge me, not believe me.
Experts agree, saying women are more likely to be believed. Men are taught to be sexual aggressors, not victims.
The assault impacts directly on their sense of masculinity and sometimes on their sense of sexuality.
Attackers, experts say, are almost always men who try to take away their victim's masculinity.
Because this socialized male gender role is to be very tough, strong enough certainly to fight off an attacker. Not having done so creates an incredible sense of shame.
It's that sense of shame that keeps men from coming forward. The number of reports from adult males are few and far between.
We know that there are so many more incidents out there that have gone unreported.
This counselor believes it's happening to adult males more often than we believe.
We know that about 10% of the reported sexual assaults are done towards men. I would expect that the real number is quite a bit higher than that.
Prue says society is finally acknowledging the complexities about childhood sexual abuse in males and believes it's time to start looking at the dynamics surrounding adult male victims.
It becomes an issue worth discussing and talking about. Once that happens, people start to come forward.
But that will only come with change.
We need to be able to change our thinking about violence, to continue to support women in the ways that we have supported women, but also to expand our thinking to recognize that men are needing support.
It took him decades to come to terms with what he experienced.
I don't want to carry it around with me. I'm taking control now.
Addiction-free for 5 years, he's now getting the help he needs and hopes by being a voice for silent victims, others too will come forward. Rajiv Dheer, CTV News, Winnipeg.
In 2011, almost 19,000 cases were reported across Canada where the victim was female. Less than 2,700 men reported being sexually assaulted across the country.